Hello and welcome back to No Rules Random Thoughts of a Swiftie. I'm your host, Brianna Peters. Today we're back again with Wren and Mabel, and today Mabel is going to give us her random Swiftie thought, and I'm so excited to get my mind blown for the second time in a row.
Okay, so this won't be, I don't think it's that much of a hot take, but obviously we're all so excited for Taylor to come out with her next album, and I don't think that she should work with Jack Antonoff or Aaron Dessner for this next album.
Okay.
And I think it should be someone completely, totally new because I think she really needs that.
Oh my gosh. I am actually so thankful we're having this conversation because I think people get very worked up about this.
Totally.
And I think there's a way to have this discussion that isn't like hurting anybody's feelings.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Yeah.
They have hit, for both of them, their creative peak.
Yeah.
And it can only go down from here because it's already kind of started, in my
Yes.
opinion, to go backwards.
Right.
So I think
So
fresh. Someone
Tortured
fresh.
Poets Department kind of was that kind of step back a little bit for you guys.
Yes. Like if you
Yes.
look at her like peak with Jack, I think like Reputation, Lover,
Mhm.
Yeah.
even Midnights. There's some great things on Midnights.
Oh, for sure.
For Aaron, obviously Folklore and
Folklore and
Evermore.
Evermore.
How can you top that? So you've already done
Literally.
it.
Yeah.
You can only go backwards, and she kind of is.
Yeah.
And she has said, like, female artists are always under a lot of pressure to, like,
Mm.
reinvent their sound more than male artists. Like, she's made that point before.
Yeah.
And that's, like, fair. But I just feel like we see the best of Taylor when she's, like, forced into new territory. So I would, like, if she worked with Jack and Aaron forever, we would just get amazing songs. Like, no one's complaining. But, like,
100%.
we've seen her do so well when she works with new collaborators.
Yeah.
And I feel like a new sonic, like, era could be good for her, and we could see something that we haven't seen in Taylor yet.
Oh my gosh, 100%. And I'm actually thinking too about like Max Martin. She started with him with Red,
Yeah.
and then a little bit with 1989.
Mhm.
So and Reputation. Honestly, there's like I guess maybe not even 1989, but Reputation and Red. Max Martin working with him, and some of those are the most popular songs she's ever had.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
or
yeah.
like Folklore. She started
Yeah.
working with Aaron, and
Yeah.
that was a completely you just tap into a different sound.
Yeah.
They're bringing different inspirations. She's like able to activate like different parts of
Yes.
her.
Oh
And
yeah,
so if-
like stretching that like writing capability and
Yeah.
those like melodies. And yeah, I guess I don't know how it works to like work with a music producer, but yes, I would have to imagine that creativity power that they bring to that situation would really, yes, push her to this kind of new level. So question for you though about this. So do you know about like how everybody wants her to do like a rock style album?
I've heard, yeah.
What if she did one of those and then like worked with a new producer? That would be kind of crazy.
That would be amazing.
Yes,
I
right.
mean, like, thinking of her doing something like that would be so cool, just because I think, again, like, with Taylor, like, the production and the sound kind of goes with the lyrics. Like, when she's, like, pushed,
Yeah.
she just, like, really starts to think about herself and her sound and everything in, like, a different way. And I
Yeah.
feel like we could use that. Like,
For
she's
sure.
gained such a huge audience through like eras and like recently that I feel like every single time when she was reinventing herself, she had something to prove.
Yeah.
Like with 1989 with Rep, like she with Folklore, she kept kind of pushing the bounds because she had something to prove, and now she has the entire world just like obsessed with her. Like,
yeah.
do we want her to just kind of like stay the same and make these bops that we all love, or do we want her to like really dig deep and push the bounds of what she's
Yes.
capable of?
Oh, for sure. And I mean, I've kind of had a little bit of an unpopular thought in my head recently, and like I almost hate to say it.
Oh.
Don't hate me. But you know, I think about where she's at in her life right now and how she takes such inspiration from her actual life, like besides Folklore Evermore, where she really tapped into
Yeah.
songwriting and characters. But if we come back to her typical style is, what am I feeling? What am I going through? And writing it out, right? She's happy. She's in love. She just is kind of on
Yep.
top of the world. And I'm not going to say she doesn't have anything to say, but I feel like Lover was that version. And she's even said it. Like, what happens if I get happy? Will I still be
Yeah.
able to write songs? And like,
Totally.
yeah, she did. She said, I'm falling in love and here are the love songs and here's my vulnerability. And so I've kind of been a little nervous about like what that next album would be if we've already had an album called Lover about falling in love.
I know. But I do believe this love is different than the Joe love.
Oh, for sure.
And like Joe seemed like, or that relationship seemed to have its complications. Like it wasn't smooth sailing, even though obviously they were in a honeymoon phase when she did Lover.
Yeah.
But then we know from Midnights, like it was never really as solid as we thought it was from the outside. So either that could be happening again, so
Yeah.
there will be stuff to write about, Or maybe we'll actually get like a happy, blissful Taylor.
The true one. Yeah, no, it's so interesting how
It's true.
Lovers, like, we all were under. I've heard someone say before, it's like, as a Swiftie, you don't really know what an album means until you get like another album or two.
Yeah.
Because then there's songs where you're like, wait, she said she was happy during that
Yeah.
time. And then you're like, oh, she was lying.
Yeah. There's like
exactly.
so much going on.
Yeah.
And it's true, like maybe like she just seems like she's in this like blissful, happy relationship, but we actually don't know. And maybe we will find out in the next album.
Yes.
What's going on? Because like we know Taylor, she's always thinking something's always going on. And it doesn't mean it has to be something bad. Like
Yes.
she can maybe realize that like maybe she never wants to get married. Maybe she wants a kid. Like
Yeah.
what are all of these new wants and thoughts that she has in this relationship?
Man, I think about that all the time for
Yeah.
her. I'm like, what does she think?
What does she think?
What does she-
How
what does she
often-
want?
What is she doing?
I'm just so excited for her to like get to choose to do what she wants, especially now she owns everything
Yep.
that she's ever made. And so now that whole chapter, that's been a 6-year long process.
Yeah.
Now that chapter is closed. It's like truly what is next. And I'm so excited. So the fact that it could be potentially new collaborators to push the bounds of her writing. I mean, I'm not going to say I need another Folklore Evermore,
Yeah.
but look, her songwriting is unmatched. Like if she just wanted
Yeah.
to like, you know, tap into that or do something in that realm, I would be a very happy girl.
So do we think she knows she needs to switch up the collaborators? Because she has, like, if we look at the data, she does switch it up every few albums.
Mhm.
So she's really due for one. But she also, you get to a point where you feel like you're so accomplished. Like, I have this magic formula. I don't need to switch it up anymore. She's really close to Jack and Aaron.
So close.
It would almost be like a little bit of a music breakup to have to be like it's not you, it's me. I need to go in a different direction.
No, like
Literally.
I honestly don't think she's going to because of all of those reasons. And like, again, everyone loves her. She doesn't really have like a reason to shake everything up and like take a
Sure.
risk. Like, unless like one of these albums like don't do that well and everyone comes out saying it's time for something new. Like,
Yes.
why do that unless she's really like itching for it? But I wouldn't
Right.
assume.
You know what's interesting though is when TTPD came out, I do remember that huge influx before we even really got into the whole album. The first one, the only one we thought we had for a minute before there was two, which was that everybody collectively was like, really, Jack again? Like,
Right?
what could this sound like?
Literally.
It's gonna have that same synthy
Yeah.
pop beat, and it's like there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but it's just kind of like we have heard that before.
Yes.
I feel like she quote unquote got away with it with TTPD just because like one, a double album, miss 30 songs.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She had some things to say. But I do feel like TTPD is her probably most poetic lyrically album.
Yes.
Despite with like, you know, Folklore and Evermore having great lyricism throughout and the stories are amazing, but just there is a lot of truth and honesty on TTPD for her journey specifically.
Yeah.
And honestly, Smallest Man Who Ever Lived is on there.
Yeah.
She said some things.
No, it's definitely her writing is getting so sophisticated.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like she's really letting go a lot of the storytelling and more it's like so much metaphor and like
Yeah.
theorizing and like I love that version of Taylor and I'd love to
Right.
hear it with like more sonic variety.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So wait, what would you like to hear? Like a rock, a folklorish type?
I mean,
pop.
rock would be cool. I don't know if rock and Travis Kelce like love album are gonna do
comes
it.
to mind.
She could try.
Or like
I-
indie, like alternative would be kind of
Yes.
cool. Like I could see her voice is just so nice and she has so much range. Like I could totally see that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something like sensual.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know
love
what
that.
like the genre's gonna be.
Oh,
Like ooh, like
interesting.
false Gotti.
Yes, right.
Awesome.
More horns.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like jazzy, like pop. Like
Yes.
could totally see that. Like
Oh, for sure.
I love when she does that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting with Reputation. She does, I feel like, belt a lot on Reputation, which is so amazing to hear.
Yeah.
Because her singer-songwriter style is
Yeah.
so vocally beautiful. I agree with you. Like, it's just so easy to listen to her sing. And that's why Folklore Evermore is like 2 top albums for me. I'm like, oh, I could just easy listen all day. But being able to hear her belt like that and just like let it out, I do think is
Yes.
kind of cool. And actually, have you seen the rock version, the 1989
Yeah,
tour?
we are never ever getting back
Yes.
together.
Yes.
I'm like, she
good.
belts.
So good. So good.
I mean, so yeah, part of me is like, let it out, sister.
I like that point because I do feel like she's like dabbling more with like talk singing, like a little bit in TTPD, where she's not like singing like she used to. It's like a talk singing. And so like, yeah, it would be nice to hear her belt and kind of explore vocally, because we saw with Era's, like, her voice is like amazing, like better than it's ever been.
Gosh.
So yeah, maybe more like singing.
Yes. Yeah, and I think, you know, honestly too, we have the Billie Eilishes of the world, of the like soft vocals. Billie Eilish can also belt too, like, all props to her. But it's like, yeah, I feel like we have that. We have the Gracie Abrams. We have the like talky, singy moments. Yeah. Would love to see Taylor push herself. And she obviously can. She has the vocal strength to be able to do that. And honestly, probably just because I'm missing Adele in my life. Like, I need more belting.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for your thought and for bringing that up. I don't think that's an easy thing to talk about.
Had to be brave for that one.
You did. Also be brave in the comments. Just in case they turn on you.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's so interesting. People are like either all about her switching it up, or they're like, no, she has struck gold with Jack Antonoff. And I'm like,
no one's denying that.
No, yeah, like if you are a Jack fan, please make your case as to why like she can evolve with him. How is she going to do that?
Yeah.
Like,
We've
love
yet
to hear.
to see it, is all we're saying.
Yeah. Yes. The synthy stuff is like it has been done time and time again. So
even though I love it, like my favorite song and like one of my favorite songs in Evermore is Gold Rush. And like that's like the Jack song. So I'm like, I still love whenever he comes on, but maybe he could do like a one feature.
I think you and I have exactly same Taylor Swift taste, because Gold Rush is one of my favorite songs.
It's so good.
Okay, so off air we'll go through each album. We'll talk about our favorites, because I'm pretty sure we have lyrically the same songs that are our favorites.
Perfect.
I love this. Okay, thank you guys so much for being guests 2 weeks in a row. I appreciate it. Would love to have you back, of course, because I know that we're always constantly coming up with more random thoughts.
We could have given you like 100 different ones today.
Literally
We had
so
to
many.
choose.
And any that you need to bounce off of, we are here to also accept.
Yeah, honestly, my whole world has opened up knowing that you guys come to the studio every week and you're Swifties.
We're here always.
Because I swear, like, I don't know what is going on in my life, in my family, in my friend group, and here, nobody are Swifties. I'm just like, there are millions of us. Where are we?
That is crazy.
Like, that's really surprising. We're gonna look at like Gotham stuff completely differently now.
Yes. Like, oh, interesting. You don't like her.
Okay, we know this.
Yeah, a little strange. No, I try every single week. I'm like, maybe you like this song.
Yeah,
maybe Down Bad is for you. And I just try, and they're not having it, so that's fine. But yes, thank you both so much for being on my podcast. It's so nice to not sit in a room and talk by myself, and I'm sure you agree. So please go follow Wren. Go follow Mabel. Go check out their podcast. There's no better way to get your news and information than from these two professionals. You're also going to love the editing, the style, the work that they put in. It is so, so good. Go check them out. Thank you so much for listening to another episode, and thank you both for being.
Thank you so much.